Hello, Iris J here with Madrona's Pulse Teachings. I hope you are doing well. Depending when you're watching this, if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas, still happy solstice. And I am just making this video on a shift of energies that is coming right after Christmas. It is on December 26th. Here on the West Coast, it's right before 8 p.m. and this is Chiron. Our transiting Chiron, who is moving through Aries, has been retrograde, and Chiron is making its shift direct. So this is happening just a few days before we enter 2024, coming just after our Capricorn solstice. This is significant energy, especially if you have any placements or points or angles. It's at right around 15 degrees Aries, 27 minutes. And so if you have anything between, say, 14, 16 degrees in Aries, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, this is an energy that definitely can be felt. That said, it's something that even if you don't have points there, Chiron is very significant in our sense of self and our soul's evolution and our healing trajectories in this life, the way that we can heal potentially past lives, timelines, future timelines. Chiron is part of all of that. And so when Chiron makes its shift to go direct, you know, Chiron, we talk about Chiron as the wounded healer. We work with the myth of Chiron, who was the centaur in the ancient world. He was the wisest teacher in the ancient Greece. He taught most of the heroes that we have myths and stories about. And he was wise in terms of arts and a surgeon. He had the whole spectrum of wisdom. There are no sciences versus arts in actually not till very recently in human history. And he had this wound and it would never fully heal. And so in astrology and archetypal astrology, Chiron is a wound that we come in with. And I think it's important, you know, when we're talking about Chiron, especially where we have Chiron in our natal chart, absolutely the themes and the archetypes of that wound are going to come through in this life. And some of our deep traumas are going to show us the textures and the ways that we can work and heal alongside this archetypal wounding in the psyche and body. But this is also beyond this life. This is an energy, an archetype, a karmic imprint that we come in with, and where Chiron is in our chart speaks to it archetypally. And Chiron, where it's transiting, is collectively, and also in our individual journey within the collective, how there is always an ongoing healing. And so Chiron is in Aries, and Chiron's been in Aries for a while. We're still working with Chiron in Aries for a while. And we're in one of the moments of shifts. And so when Chiron is retrograde, you know, there's a slowness in that area of our psyche and chart. And this is Aries, and Aries doesn't like to be slow. Aries likes to feel its fire and move with it. It likes to be instinctual. And potentially we are all in wherever we have 15 degrees, 16 degrees of Aries in our chart, we have been getting a reflective type of healing to those instincts. Aries instincts are meant to be aligned with spirit. They're meant to be a bit rash. They're meant to not necessarily make sense rationally, because that's how we move. That's how we feel the impulse and we move with it. That's what makes Aries a courageous leader. And we all have that courageous leader within us. And even if you don't have any placements in Aries, that's why transits going through Aries are really important. And Chiron is going through Aries, and it's healing some part of our sacred self, our instincts, the part of us that, you know, a part of our psyche that between the mess of family and society and all different histories that our own lineage and also the societies that we are part of, that we grow within, that we make our adult lives within, the ways that they teach us not to honor our sacred selves, the way that they teach us to silence ourselves, the way that they teach us that finding our voice is sometimes not even the way that we might want to find our voice. It's the whole idea of finding our voice in contemporary, especially hashtag social media, is a lot. And Aries is this energy that is just ours. Aries is not concerned with what social trends are telling us we should be doing. Aries is not concerned with what the majority is doing. Aries, in the pure archetype, is this ignited fire from source that starts our journey. And so feeling into these instincts, there's a shift, and we've been asked with Chiron retrograde, and Chiron is retrograde for many months every year. It's just part of the cycle. And when Chiron is retrograde, we're being asked to come into a little bit of a slowness and reflectiveness around that healing. And now, right before we enter 2024, Chiron stations direct. And we really might feel this. And part of the reason I'm putting this out is it is the holiday time, and the holidays can bring up a heck of a lot of stuff for folks, both from our own past in terms of the world and all that is in the world. And so this can also be tender because we are talking about an archetypal wound. We are talking about a wound in the sense of self, and Aries is our sense of self. And as it stations direct, that wound can kind of be pushed and pulled a little bit. And again, this is not intellectual, rational energy. This is feeling, this is instincts, this is impulses, and wanting to maybe slow down if we're feeling that tenderness, if we're feeling that shift in the psyche, and just be with it, and maybe journal with it, maybe inquire, maybe see what the feelings have to say from more of a body place. And or this is Aries, moving with it can be really great too, going for a walk in nature. And ultimately, that 2024 is ushering us into a place of really moving forward with whatever we have been on a journey of working with in our Aries psyches for the past several months. And with that, I will put this out there, send holiday blessings to all, and I don't know if I'll see you again in 2023 or 2024, but I will see you when I see you, and take care.